It's one of the most important parts of government, where laws are proposed before they are passed to the Assembly, but it has in the past received criticism for being too secretive. The Executive Council, or ExCo, contains 3 members of the Legislative Assembly, with the Governor chairing the Council, and the Chief Executive and Financial Secretary in attendance. It's here that the Council discusses and proposes legislation, as well as making policy decisions, before the Assembly formally approves them. As such, it plays a key part in the governance of the Falklands. The changes, first discussed in an ExCo paper in August, agreed that the Council was committed to openness and transparency in its operation. On the 25th of October, these changes were finally put into practice. Executive Council is now committed to a few actions to improve its openness. First, to publish the agenda of the upcoming meeting. Second, to publish the forward plan for the next meeting soon after the most recent meeting. Third, to publish parts of the minutes that they deem to be acceptable to be viewed by the public. And finally, where a decision has gone to a vote, to publish this fact and how each member cast their vote.
It introduces a little bit more administration. It means that we have to be more definite about the forward plan for the following ExCo sooner, which actually sharpens up the administration within government, which I think can only be a good thing. And I think that going on a journey around openness and transparency is absolutely the right thing for the Falkland Islands government to do. Opening up ExCo to more public scrutiny kind of will mean more questions, and will mean, that we absolutely need to evidence the decisions that we're making. And I think that's only a good thing. I think it strengthens democracy.
Executive Council was first set up in 1845 by the first Governor of the Falklands, Governor Moody. In the past nearly 200 years of its operation, ExCo has remained a largely closed affair. These changes are very significant, but why has it taken so long for these changes to be made? And why isn't the government going further with its commitments to transparency?
I think that there are always areas where we aren't, and I think probably we've made the case for why that isn't. The commercial sensitivities, the personal circumstances. There's a sort of a range of areas where we aren't. So obviously for that reason, then no, we aren't completely open and transparent, and nor should we be. As for why we haven't done it before, I guess it's like anything. It's you have to think of the ideas, you have to get support behind them, and then you have to get them agreed and pushed through. But certainly every time I look at an ExCo paper in draft before it comes to ExCo, I always ask the question: should this be published?
I think our rule should be that if we can be open, we should be open.
The changes to the way that ExCo operates will be significant. At the same time, sections such as its minutes and agenda could face heavy redactions if members consider it necessary, on the basis of issues such as national security concerns. However, the step is an important one, towards greater transparency and accountability within the Falkland Islands government.